Welcome to my review of the Philips Fidelio X3s. I actually got these from Amazon and I was not paid for this video, and all the thoughts and opinions are my own. And I do own the X2s, not the HR model, just the normal X2. This is what the actual packaging looks like, high res, which is kind of a gimmick as you can't hear that, but they are over and open back just like their predecessor. And that includes the actual X1 as well. X1 and X2 are quite close. So X3, established in 1840, Muirhead, as you can see, it was a UK based business. Timeless elegance, feather light comfort. They actually are quite light, and that's all the actual blurb. And actually, let's get into the unboxing. So that's it, open it up. It does come obviously in this kind of protective material. I'm not quite sure what it is, but obviously for the price, these are £299. So these are over twice the price of the actual X2s and the X2 HR, which is too much, but you'll hear about that at the end of the video. You see it comes with two cables, obviously some paperwork, which I'll show you in a second. That's just kind of like the cable tidy. You can run the cable through it, which I don't know how many people use that. Obviously there's a 6.3mm half-inch adapter, useful for your amp. So it comes with paperwork, as you can see. It's actually balanced, so they think that you want to use this with a DAP or something. Both 3 meters. You have to have 3-pole connectors. You have to have 3-pole, 3.5, or your balanced cables won't work. There's information about its leather. Obviously they seem to be quite impressed with it, to actually include that. Most people aren't really bothered about that, and that's just some information just to look after the actual leather itself, but nothing amazing. But like I said, these are £299, which is a lot. So this is the cables, they're both basically the same. That's the 3.5. The 2.5, the same thing, is braided, and onto the 2.5. So same length, same thing. One's balanced, one isn't. And there you go, you can see it's 2.5. So they presume that you're going to use it with some sort of digital audio player. These are quite big, so you won't really be wearing these outside. They're actual, you probably look kind of an idiot, but obviously that choice is yours. And there's just some silica gel things to stop moisture. So at least they include that for part of the price. Get it. Bit of a struggle to get out of the bag. I will show you this more in depth in the next few clips, but quite different to the X2s, and actually a bit lighter. They do have memory foam, as you can see. Well, this was pictured obviously the day I actually got them, so same kind of headband as the X2s, so it kind of feels like sometimes the actual ear cups are going up. But for me, I have a smaller head, so it's not too bad. If you have a larger head, it might be more of a problem. Fidelio X3 on the top. I kind of prefer the X2 build, kind of feels more solid. So this is just an example of the 2.5mm cable. Very, very janky, kind of a waste really. How they packaged it is not very good at all. Just put it all on the table so you can see what it looks like. Look at for the price, look at the jank. And obviously you can see my own hap I am. So yeah, both to 3.5s. You have to make sure if you go, say if you want an XLR cable, you have to go for that, otherwise it won't work. So actually on to the actual review itself. Fit on these is actually, I thought fit was fine. I have a smaller head and these are quite light. I don't know the exact weight, but there's no swivel really left to right. You can go up or down, and the actual weight was not really a problem. Some people have said, like, because of the headband design, it always feels like the ear pads are going up. To me, it wasn't really a problem. Ear pads actually are, you can actually take them off. There's 4 clips. I didn't really show it. There's that in there, you can see it looks slightly rough on the inside part of the headband, which is not good enough for the price. Sound, let's go into the good points. Soundstage and imaging. Soundstage, like the X2s and on these, is really good, and imaging is really good. So if you like a first person shooters, you'll probably like these. Negatives, a lot of the sound, these compared to an X2 or the X2 HR are quite opposite. If you have one of these, slight spoiler, don't buy these. They made these really lean, but the bass it's just not very good. It's not very textured. It's not very fast. They're kind of gone backwards. But so yeah, low end, quite lean, not very good. Mids they're not V-shaped, but they're not forward either. These are more of a treble kind of forward headphone. Vocals obviously there and very clear. Overall sound signature of these is very bright, and these actually are sibilant, very sibilant. The X2 HR and X2s have the same thing, but then not like this. They're kind of gone backwards with the actual sound signature, but they are a detailed headphone. For certain things these sound really good, but on the whole I wasn't really that keen on the sound. Also they do have dual, obviously 3.5 inputs. So on the X2 HR you could have used something like a V-moder microphone, which I actually do. On these you can't, because they've actually gone to two separate 3.5s to each ear cup. This is just what it looks like on my own headphone stand. This headphone stand doesn't actually come in the box. The overall sound of these is kind of disappointing. If you go on X2 or X2 HR, don't even bother. They have it's kind of lost the magic and lost the fun. For them to go towards a more neutral, bright tuning probably wasn't the best. And for $299, these are far too expensive. I'm kind of disappointed with these, if you can tell from what I'm actually saying. But they do have positives. They do fit me personally very well. They are very light. Build's okay, but the X2 I think was just better. Probably fits more people better. And on to my conclusion, I don't really like these. These are far too expensive. These are twice the price of the X2 HRs, which is, they should even be the same price or maybe even less. The too bright sounding, too sibilant, but they do sound big. They do have the big sound stage, and they do have really good imaging. So for first person shooters, this might be one for you, but for general music listening, I don't think they've lost what they was. They should have really just left it as the X2 and then changed the headphone line, did something completely different. This isn't really a step up. It's kind of a really big, maybe side grade, but they do have good sheer technical performance. Everything is very clear and detailed. They're just probably not for me, and probably not for X2 users. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Take care and see you soon.